Hello, it's Michael Watts here for Guitar.com, and today I've been enjoying a gentle morning with the good people of Dawson's Music on London's Denmark Street, and the main reason for that is this guitar, Martin's beautiful new Oahu HG-28. What we have here is a guitar that will make Dreadnought fans, like myself, sit up and take notice. It's a 14-fret instrument with a shorter 24.9-inch scale length, a Sitka spruce top, and Hawaiian koa on the back and sides. The Dreadnought acoustic guitar has long been associated with country and folk music, singing cowboys, that sort of thing. But did you know that the first Dreadnoughts, made by Martin under the Ditson brand name, were originally intended for music from Hawaii? In fact, there is a strong argument that modern society owes a significant cultural debt to this tiny group of islands, a theory that C.F. Martin IV himself shared with me in an interview for the Martin Journal recently, and the more I think about it, the more it makes sense. How many times have we read that resonators, lap steels, and electric guitars were originally invented for Hawaiian music? It's a fact that many players tend to gloss over, but it remains a fact. Let's take a look at the guitar itself. There are some very beautiful, subtle details going on here. These are unusual specs for a Martin guitar, but the whole concept for this instrument actually came from a vintage Gibson, the HG-20, a superbly improbable guitar with an internal resonating chamber and F-holes that Chris Martin IV had found on an online auction and had bought immediately. I mean, who could blame him? When he looked closely at that instrument, he noticed that the outline was essentially a slope-shouldered Dreadnought. This realization led to an intense period of research, and the results are the Oahu HG-28. Another instrument that had a massive influence on the Martin Company is the ukulele. In fact, in the 1920s, a difficult time on a global scale, the Martin Company survived thanks to the thousands of ukuleles they were able to make and sell. Koa was a common wood choice for the ukulele, which saw a huge spike in popularity following the Panama Pacific International Exposition of 1915. This was arguably the point at which the world fell in love with Hawaiian culture, and it would not be the last time that the tiny ukulele would have a significant effect on popular music around the world. Martin pioneered the use of koa for steel string guitars in the 1920s, and the wood, which only grows on the Hawaiian Islands, has become very popular with players looking for something different to mahogany or rosewood. Some of my favourite guitars have been made from this beautiful wood, and it pairs very well with a spruce top for both fingerstyle and flat pick. The gently slope-shouldered body of the Oahu HG-28 is slightly slimmer than a regulation Dreadnought. In fact, it's the same depth as a Martin Tripolo, making it very comfortable indeed for the seated player. The neck features Martin's low oval high-performance taper with 14 frets to the body. It's an immediate and welcoming carve that I really like, and the 1 3/4-inch nut width means there's plenty of space for the fingerstyle player too. We've got some cool herringbone purfling, a tortoise-style pickguard, and a Martin Oahu logo complete with the Hawaiian apostrophe. Beautiful attention to detail there. This guitar is part of the new Martin Oahu range, which also features an instrument based on a guitar that the company made for a giant of Hawaiian music, Major Kealakai, who was the conductor for the Royal Hawaiian Band. His guitar, made by Martin in 1916, was the precursor to the Dreadnought that we all know and love. So there we have it, a fitting tribute to the importance of Hawaiian culture in modern music and a great addition to the Martin Dreadnought line. Now, if you've been tempted by the sound of a dread but you get put off by the size, well, this could very well be what you're looking for. Thank you to the team at Dawson's here in London, and mahalo nui loa to you for watching. Keep it pono, everybody!